Welcome, Mr. SAITEJA, Air 130. So, how's the Josh?
Sir, it's nice, sir. Last 1 month has been very good, awesome. In the sense, the last 5-6 years has been very difficult and very tough. So this 1 month has been good in that sense, in comparison.
How it feels after result? What has been changed in your life after result?
Feelings, I'm still going through those feelings. I don't know how I'm still feeling. One feeling is like a feeling of relief, the biggest relief. Now the pressure is off. I am out of the pressure cooker, and so are my parents. So in that sense, it's a great relief. Now I have one safe, secure, good job, and I think I can now again prepare for my dream job, civil service exam, for which I started my whole journey 5-6 years back. So it's been a great feeling.
Okay. So, first of all, I would like to thank you that you have praised our channel Only Selection Word at every platform. You have written a big testimonial for me, which I have placed also in my community section. And you was the first one to approach us for the interview, and we prepared for you for the first time, and you got selected. So it was our proud also. So for all this and for your rank and your selection, I would like to congratulate you on my behalf very, very much. Okay, so yes,
Yes, sir. Actually, thank you for you also, because this exam there is a lot of lack of information and guidance about this exam. And during that phase, I usually benefited from your channel and also one sir and few others who are genuinely guiding students, helping them each step regularly. It's not like haphazardly you're doing very regularly. So that's something that I appreciate a lot. From you, sir.
thank you. Okay. So tell me some changes in your daily routine after result.
After
Your
result,
your daily routine previous the result and
yes,
after the result.
so prior to the result, it was very good. तो बर्बाद हो गया. Too much too much enjoyment. Daily routine is like calling, like friends will call, I speak for hours and hours, then unnecessary, like relatives will come, like the relatives who I don't know they existed, they'll come. They'll meet me, they'll give me sweets, they'll ask me, oh, what kind of job you got, central government job, tell me about it. They'll give me unsolicited advices which I don't want. They are asking me when you'll get married. So all these new things. It's a completely new routine. I think I should get back to my old routine of getting up earlier. My old routine used to be getting up earlier in the morning, go for a walk. Uh, and my hobby, I used to listen to audiobook 1 hour, then come back after an exercise. Then open newspaper, read newspaper for 2-3 hours. Then take 2-3 subjects, study till evening. Then again break for a while. Then again study till night. So that was my routine for the exam. And I want to seriously get back to that routine.
Okay, so are not you enjoying your latest routine?
Yeah, I'm also enjoying, but I think every kind of enjoyment has its own limits. So I think I'd like to limit it right now.
Okay, just tell us about your journey. When this notification came, what was there in your mind at the time?
Journey it starts long back, but to be very brief, 14 I have completed my graduation in IIT Bhubaneswar, electrical engineering. So I worked in Tata for 2 years. After that, I realized that I need to prepare for a civil service exam. So I resigned and started preparation 16 ending onwards. Till then onwards, it is like an on and off journey. I was giving mains, civils as well as state, but it's not working out. And by the time I reached 2020, my mother is like, you should seriously look after some backup. So I started looking after backup, and almost by an accident, I applied this examination. In the last few days, somebody was telling it is very similar to civil service examination, the syllabus. And the application fees was also, I think, very less, 25 rupees or something.
Yeah.
So thanks to UPSC, almost by an accident, I applied and I got selected. From 2020, I have not paid much attention because I was giving mains in 2020 also. It was in 2021 when I missed when I seriously started preparing 2021 January.
Okay, so how you started your preparation?
Sir, 2021 January, I started actually properly planned what are the various subjects in EPFO exam. and where there is overlap with the civil service exam, because I was preparing for CSC also. So I detailedly planned in whole January. I have taken some time, watched various YouTube videos, yours and others videos also. Contacted various other people who are preparing for this exam and jotted out what are the various sources. I actually went into very micro planning also, such that, for example, for polity, Lakshmikant is the common thing in civils also. So I'll anyway cover there. But I was there also planning. Lakshmikant is containing some 1400 pages. My reading speed is X number of pages per minute. I have 8 hours per day to study. So how many pages will I cover? So from January onwards, I went in forward and calculated how much time will it take for me to complete my CSE related subjects, and also the EPFO special subjects like industrial relations, economics. These are all very new for me. And I would definitely say the examination had not been postponed many times, and also the interview, I would not have cleared this exam. Every time postponement happened, that happened for my own good, because this was always my backup exam until now also. Until the interview stage, it was my backup. Then it became my primary exam.
Okay, so very fortunate. And
Yes.
being a civil servant aspirant, being a CSE aspirant, how you prepare these special subjects?
Uh, Sir, for industrial relations and labor laws, through your channel, I got to know that there are some standard textbooks like Piali Ghosh and PNR Sinha. In
Through
fact,
our
I
Telegram
downloaded
channel.
those through, yes, sir, through your Telegram channel, because most of the information I got either from your channel or from Manisha channel mostly. And from your channel, I downloaded those two textbooks. You were suggesting that these are good sources, repeatedly answering to the students' queries. So I asked you also, and you suggested to read this. So I read PNR Sinha. Then I also read Piali Ghosh chapter summary only part. And I also listened to your videos where you used to summarize the whole thing. I think you made some lengthy videos about it. And I, since most of the time I was doing my reading and my eyes are straining, at the end of the day, I used to take earphone and listen to your audio at a little bit higher speed, just like for revision. So that way, I studied the industrial relations part. Accounts part, I have watched some videos in YouTube, and also I studied NCRT. You were also suggesting standard textbook, so I read NCRT also. Then English and other things, English and science and tech actually neglected. Somehow I was able to say it through, but some areas I did not prepare. I could not prepare because of the lack of time.
Okay. Uh, where have you practiced test series?
Sir, test series for this particular exam, because there is a lot of subjects, and each test of any particular person, they have to choose some aspect, whether it is a mix of factual part and the analysis part. I tried to follow from many institute. I followed your own test series also in your YouTube channel you used to conduct. Uh, I followed those things. I followed from other institute also. Basically, I followed diverse tests from many institutes.
Oh, so from the only selection word, full length test you have appeared for, did it help you in the main exam?
Yes, sir. It helped me in the main exam, in the sense of any test series will try to help us in accurately improving our accuracy and also maintaining the time speed. So, and also the quality of questions were good. Some of the quality questions were framing based on NCRT and other standard textbooks. So it definitely helped me to that extent.
Okay. One important aspect was in this exam was motivation. It was a long journey of 2.5 years. So it was a basic and important question. How could you keep up your spirit all the time, and how could you keep yourself motivated in the RT, in the interview, means in this whole journey? What keep you motivated?
This is a very tough question. Motivation is like it's temporary. You watch a video. For example, I watched your video where you're talking about खुद के लिए तुम इतना समय नहीं दे पाएगा. Like something like that you said. So that was that gives an impulse for you to start. But once you start, from there on, if you have to continue, it requires a discipline. So both motivation is required and also disciplined habit is required. Therefore, through my course of preparation, I ensured that mix of both is there. So, for example, your videos has helped me in that respect. Then I also watched videos of like psychologist Mel Robbins. Then there is one athlete runner who used to do very good. Their motivational videos. Then I used to read books. Like reading books itself is my hobby, which they asked in the interview also. I used to read a lot of books, Atomic Habits, Developing Good Habits, exercising, going for morning walks. All these different things are required, especially because we are isolated. We are studying for exams day after day, year after year. Others are thinking, what is this guy doing? Parents are worried about us. So that pressure also indirectly falls on us only. So we need to have a community of people who can understand us, our journey. So I used to have some friends with similar journey from CSE background and also EPFO, especially from the after the RT exam. It was the peer-to-peer group formation and how we pushed each other. That also played a key role in studying better, motivating ourselves to do better than others, given the high competition. So it was a mixture of all these factors.
You have mentioned also a specific video last 20 days in your
Yes,
testimonial.
yes, yes. I suggest everyone to watch that video
Okay.
because that was something. It was very special for me. After that, I switched off my phone, my WhatsApp, everything, because I remember a line in which you said, if your friends or whoever is worried that you are not like responding to their emails, they are not your friends, because this is one of the most crucial phase of your life. It is just going to decide your future, and then so this is the time you have to give it for yourself. So that was something very good, and I request all the students to watch that video. That is the reason why I have written on your channel, quoting specifically that video.
It tells you.
Thank you very much for that video, sir. Thank you. I cannot thank it enough, because we cannot measure the value of certain things at certain crucial moments, and your video played a crucial role in that respect.
Welcome, welcome. So it touched you somewhere.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so come to the interview guidance. Where you got interview guidance and how was your interview?
First part of your questions are interview guidance, mostly again your channel, then few other channels that we ourselves form, other aspirants. We used to, like, I think you are one of the first persons who suggested to form a group and then to release audio introducing yourself and talking about current affairs. Although I think at that time nobody started. Only very lately people started becoming very serious. Then we started doing these things individually, that helped. Then self preparation anyway is there, and then the mock interviews, that was another crucial aspect where I reached out to you specifically asking, sir, this is very important to me, please conduct. And you are generous enough, you and your friends have conducted a very good mock for me. So various mock institutes, other mock institutes. So all these things has helped me in interview preparation.
Okay, how was your interview? What was the
Sir,
questions?
yes. So the actual interview was very diverse. There were three main areas in which they have asked me. There were a panel of 4 members, and the three areas are: one is my background with regard to electrical engineering, and I also worked as an engineer. So based on that, they asked many questions on electrical engineering questions. One panel member, two panel members. Then few questions they asked on basic EPFO, how pension is calculated. That was actually a bouncer kind of question. Nobody knew how pension formula is there. Why that there is a division in the formula 70 comes. Why exactly 70? Like that, they start asking some practical questions. And then they also asked me on my book reading. Like I have a habit of reading books. So they asked me about what kind of books you read, what are the various books. They mentioned about the various book authors to check if I am aware of whether I am actually book reading or I am just faking. So they tested me if my hobby is genuine or not, and the interviewer, he was actually quite happy that I was very well knowledgeable about what I was speaking on. So mostly it was about EPFO and then hobby and then electrical engineering questions. Nothing
So
much
it,
on
so it
political
was
science.
somewhere in line with our mock.
Yes, yes. Your mock was also in similar aspect. There were diverse questions based on, I think I remember they were asking on economy. You were also asking on my hobbies. In fact, you specifically mentioned me to read more on your hobby, because at that time, because of some reason, I could not answer properly. So he specifically mentioned that your hobby should be very well prepared. So that was something that actually foreshadowed the actual interview. They were asking many things on my hobby. And actually, sir, the thing is, interview is very random in the sense, for one person they can ask on economy and polity, for another person they can ask on. So I think we should be well prepared in all areas. So your interview, mock interview, helped me in preparing other areas like economy and polity and other things.
What will you want to say the future aspirants of APFC or any other exam, if they want to know from you that what should be the strategy as a dark horse as a distant aspirant to crack the exam, what you want to tell them?
Sir, there are many things to tell, but obviously I'll stick to only one thing. That is the importance of having good habits, good discipline in studies, and also having right strategy and having right learning techniques. For example, most of us, I myself have committed this mistake in the last 4 years while preparing for CSC. That most of the time we read, whole day we keep on reading. But it is said, for example, reading is one of the least effective strategies. The better strategy to learn effectively is to have test yourself even before reading little bit, and after reading immediately you have to test yourself. So regular testing is one thing that we should incorporate if we need to succeed in any competitive exam, whether it is APFE, EPFO, CSE, any exam. Then second thing is, rather than running after any coaching material, which is useful, like you should supplement your studies with coaching material, but you should always first complete your standard sources, whether it is NCERT or any other standard textbooks for that particular subject. Get right with the basics, then go for additional reading from coaching material, which will definitely help. Some topics are very helpful; they make good compilations. That is something, and then testing effectively, and then also mixing up the subjects. Like rather than reading one subject for like 10 days, finishing target of Lakshmikant in 15 days or 10 days, that is ineffective. Rather than doing that, you mix 2-3 subjects. This is called interleaving. So you read some subject for a while, then you allow yourself to forget a little bit, then read some other subject. By the time you come back again, you'll forget something. So it is said that in psychology, neurons that fire together, wire together. So the more you forget, the more you're trying to recall, then those memories will get strengthened in long term. Therefore, what you should do is this interleaving technique also. So by following these effective scientific techniques to study and also having proper discipline and obviously motivation every now and then, I think there will be very good chances. But however, I also suggest everyone to have one backup exam at least, because these exams are very uncertain. I myself, until I saw my name in the list, I'm not sure that I would get selected, despite doing very well in each phase. So that will still remain. And a few aspirants, they were doing very good in RT, they failed in interview. They were doing good in interview but failed in RT. So anything happened till then, I think we should have one backup exam and one primary exam. This is my suggestion.
Okay, how many marks you are getting in the RT?
Sir, all the exact key is not given. I think I'm getting somewhere from 194 onwards till 204 based on various keys. According to your key, I calculated I'm getting 200 something, 200 points something, I think. But yes, sir, that was the range I was getting.
Okay. So many best wishes for your future exams, your dream exams like CSE, and any specific words you want to conclude, you want to
Uh,
say to anyone, anything.
Sir, I would like to thank my parents, my sister, because they have been very patient. And like you must be aware, preparing for 5 to 6 years without working, it's a huge burden on them, and they never said anything. They were always supportive of me. So I'm very thankful to them, and I'm also very thankful to all the parents for all the aspirants who are doing the same thing. And so therefore, aspirants like us should realize this and ensure that they don't feel much pressure at this stage of their life. And thank you very much, sir. And I suggest all the students also to follow sir's videos, motivational videos, and other videos also, because they are helpful. I found it helpful, and perhaps you will also find the same.
Thank you.
That's
Thank you so much, SAITEJA, for giving
yes,
us time, and many best wishes from our heart that you get selected in every your dream exam and all your
yes.
dreams come true in the next your life in your future.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay. So, Jai.
Thank you, sir.